more skills than just standing in line. Now, you have more skills than just standing in line for good deals. You are also a freestyle rapper. Give me a little rap about Black Friday.
Yo, check it out. I hope you like the price, because they very, very nice. I'm doing what I do. I'm trying to get a TV just for you. Ooh, $149 for a 49-inch. I hope you like the TV, because I like it too. Ooh, there we go.
Yes, I love it. You are great. We'll have so much fun.
You're listening.
Yeah, like all the time I'm listening.
WATB with Christian, Eric, and Carl sometimes.
Listen in your office, in your car, or even your neighborhood bar.
We're doing it. We're doing it. We're having fun. We're making it happen.
It's fun time.
Open your mouth, close your eyes. We're going to give you a big surprise.
And here it is.
Welcome to Who Are These Broadcasters, the only show that tastes better when it slides right out of the can. I'm Christian Blatt, and that heaping bowl of leftover stuffing next to me is Eric Zane, the man with the most beautiful hair on the internet. We should all be so lucky to look like you, EZ. How are you today? Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Sorry, I jumped on you there. Never better. Feeling good, feeling fine. I like the no glasses. Look at that handsome devil.
Well, you know, it's Thanksgiving time, so and there'll come a point where I have to put them on probably. But
do you have like one spot of your eyebrows that's white?
I do.
Wow, I've never noticed that about you. It looks like jizz.
It has been commented on that it does look like jizz. It is from a head injury only about, I don't know, 12 years ago. Just banged right into something, and then it stayed like that ever since. I think it adds character.
Wow.
And by character, I mean it looks like I like jizz. You know?
Are you telling me that if you smash your hair on things, it changes color?
I think it was one of those 1 in a million shots.
Wow, that's incredible. I've never heard that.
And you've never noticed in all the weeks we've been doing the show that I have a white spot in my eye. Oh, probably because of this, right? Because you don't really see
glasses.
it.
No.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, that's great. And our buddy Carl Heberger, Hamburger, head injury. That explains it. Yeah, don't ask too many questions, Carl. And shout out to Carl. People we used the new countdown, a new Isotope song.
Yes.
So I thought we would mix it up today. Eric, you and I could talk for the next 90 minutes about what we're thankful for this year, but I think we can nip that in the bud and say that you and I are thankful for the same thing. Super chats.
Boy, and they've been on fire lately. I mean, my God. And some shows, I think we even might have cracked the $20 mark. So thank you. Thank you. We're very thankful for that. And it's just so simple. First of all, if you like the show, you're like, yeah, these guys are great. I fucking love it. Throw a couple of bucks our way, please. We would appreciate that very much. Not only that, if you want Christian to sign off with something horrible, maybe say something bad about our Hebrew brothers and sisters, or maybe some of our African-American friends, or maybe even Asians, he'll do that. You just have to write it in there as creatively as you can so it doesn't get blocked by the censors. And then if you attach a dollar amount to it, the one with the highest dollar amount is what he's going to sign off with. Okay? So think about that, and then throw a super chat with a high dollar amount, hopefully $10 or more.
Yeah.
And you will be granted the parting shot with Christian signing off with that.
Yes, that's a perfect explanation as to how it all works. And we do hope that people give and give often. And there is a dollar amount where if we got it right now, we just wouldn't do the show. I'm not quite sure what that dollar amount is. We haven't talked about it. It's more than $360. It's more than Aaron Imholt's goal. But if, I don't know, if we got, let's say $2,100 super chats, we'd probably be like, all right, guys, we're good. Thank you so much. but instead, Hamilton Burger with $2 Canadian. Fine. Happy Thanksgiving, you pathetic moochers. We love you too, Hamilton Burger. One of our favorites there.
Thank you.
In the chat. So yes, we're thankful for super chats, but Eric, you know what else we're thankful for.
Bears.
WATV, who are these bears? Who are these bears?
Now, last week we had a conversation about bears being able to open doors, and it's almost like answering the call of that. This was, of course, the Stolen Valor Bears, who the guy in the bear suit tried to scam his insurance company. But bears can use doors if they're constructed properly, and a man in British Columbia came up with a solution so that a bear would stop knocking down his fence.
Around North Van, and you'll find fences torn apart by bears. Shiwi just got a new fence installed, but
within a couple of days, he had showed up like 5 in the afternoon and just knocked that panel right out.
In a Hail Mary attempt to stop the costly damage,
Look at
Shiwi built this custom bear door in his fence.
Come on in. He's saying, come on in, bear.
We always want to let our audio audience know it's just like it's a swinging door, like any pet door. It's just, much larger. And I do like that he has the little bear crossing sign on it.
Okay, so some style there. Otherwise, a great fence. It's a as you heard, he said the bear had his way with there and tore it all a boot.
Yes, he did tear it out in a boot, and it is looking a lot better now. And I think it's in no small part of this. So let's let the piece finish, and then I have a question for you about this.
To his surprise, it worked.
Sure enough, 2 weeks later, he comes walking down the driveway and walks right through it like he'd done it 1,000 times.
Here he goes, and you see him. He's right there in the driveway. Pushes right through it.
He doesn't have any attractants on his property. It just happens to be on a popular path for bears traveling to and from the Seymour River.
They're in our yard from June to November, 2 to 3 times a week.
The weight of the door was a big concern for Kurt. He didn't want it light enough that a raccoon could get through, or even his family dog, so he made it heavier, but it's still easy enough to get through.
He didn't want immigrants to be able to climb through.
Christ.
He clearly didn't think this through, did he?
Looks like 1976 Al Sharpton. The fuck is going on here?
Yeah, his good tracksuit was at the.
I can't tell what he is.
Well, yeah, I mean it's in Canada.
Travis Prasad, yeah, he's probably from like India.
Oh yeah, see, I was gonna say Haiti, but you know what? I think you're probably right.
Yeah, Prasad.
Well, so that's the problem when you have a bear door like this, is that things that are smaller than bears can get in. And, remember, we're still on the lookout for 42 of those 43 escaped monkeys. Escaped monkeys that we talked about last week.
Right.
So a few of those monkeys could definitely jimmy this door open and get onto his property.
Right.
So
like this guy. He did it.
Yeah, I know. And he doesn't even look like he's as strong as a monkey, if you know what I mean.
No, he's definitely not a monkey.
No. I think that... I think that people get it. So we have another bear video. And then this one's just crazy. We'll do our best to describe it. It's a kid just playing outside, having fun in his cul-de-sac.
Old Huxley Hardy Penner comes face to face with a black bear while riding a scooter. Watch as the bear approaches the boy, heading right towards him in broad daylight. Without panicking, Huxley stares the animal down, looking directly at him until the bear stops dead in his tracks.
Oh, this kid's going to get so much pussy.
Well, just for being able to stand down and stare down a bear. How far, for our audio audience, how far apart do you think this boy and this bear are?
4 feet? 5 feet?
Yeah, right, exactly.
And this kid weighs maybe 60 pounds.
Easily, yeah, at most. If Cardiff were here, he could tell us how many kilograms that was, because this is also up in Canada.
And he knows little boys too.
I can neither confirm nor deny, but yes, it's true. So so obviously when you grow up in bear country, you need to know what to do. I can say that as an almost 49-year-old man, I would not have handled this anywhere near as coolly as this kid does. But let's get a little bit more of an explanation.
No one could predict what would happen next. Then, out of nowhere, Huxley's neighbor appears. With his arms raised high, the neighbor turns into a superhero and fearlessly approaches the animal, engaging the bear in a heart-stopping game of hide-and-seek.
So
Watch as the neighbor relentlessly pursues the bear from behind the car until the animal finally gets spooked and goes scurrying away. Crisis averted. We spoke with Huxley and his mom, Brittany, about the grisly encounter, which took...
So I don't actually have the commentary. You know, basically she told him, like, you know, if you see a bear, don't run. You have to stare it down. But I figured the least we could do is show this kid's mom.
Never before have you seen such a beautiful woman create such a Mongo child.
I can't say I was prepared for that, but I guess I should have been. Yeah. And, you know, now we know why the bear was hollering, though, because he'd probably seen her before. And he was like, all right, what's going on? Oh, this damn kid is in my way. So you had said that the kid would get a lot of pussy. That was before you saw his face. But do you think that the neighbor just kind of really becomes the ultimate cock blocker, thinking he's helping here by coming out with his arms spread wide? And he's like, woohoo, I'm a bigger bear than you.
Yes. Yes. You know, and I don't know, maybe he's trying to score with the mom. You know how no daddy was in the picture there.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. You know what? He was either at work or he had gone out to get a pack of smokes.
Okay.
One or the other of those, I think. So that is an approach for handling a bear. I think the kid had the solid approach of just staring it down and not running. Now, you can try and make yourself look bigger so that it gets at least startled enough that it runs away. But if you're a slight female hiker out in the wilderness, the bear isn't going to fool for your bullshit.
Okay.
So we see this woman's camera. It's a grizzly, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Listen to her.
And here it comes. He's like, "Fuck you! I want to eat you."
Yeah, it's like we don't talk like that, all right?
Okay.
That's our language, all right, honey? All right, let me get a little further back.
He does seem slightly embarrassed by her. You know?
Maybe he just wants to give her a hug and just like, honey, believe me, there's not enough meat on those bones. I'm not interested.
Stomp at him. Why doesn't she go running towards him?
But she's using a rape whistle now.
More than one bear.
And that's the thing you need to know about bears. They actually get turned on when they hear a rape whistle.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to back up. I think you're supposed to either stand there, don't move, make yourself big, and step towards.
The roar has been working fairly well. And by the way, she's very focused on trying to film all of this. I think because she's like, well, this is going to be, I should probably put my last will and testament attached to this.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. Here she is struggling for her life, and she's getting a perfectly framed shot.
Yeah, so she did not get eaten, but I
kind of wish she did, because
yeah, that's my moral of the story is she deserved to.
There's bears.
I saw them.
Yeah, and I think it's probably just because there's like another person that you can hear her talking to them.
Right.
So then the bear's like, all right, this one's a man. He's probably got one of those fire sticks that go boom. We got to get out of here. Now, she just had that bitch whistle. We didn't have to worry about that in the least.
Yeah, I can't say that I would stand still. Maybe for one of those little shithead black bears. But if I've got a rampaging grizzly, I think I'm probably just going to throw myself off the side of that fucking mountain. And one of two things are going to happen, live or die.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to get eaten by the bear.
Right. You can try and break your fall a little bit, roll down the mountain.
Yeah. Yeah, that is, I think, a better option than A, running away, or B, trying to fight the bear.
Well, I would say that that was one incident where the person at the subject of the video did not have a great experience out in nature. And for another mishap in nature, we go to, who are these celebrities?
WATV, who are these celebrity news? Who are these celebrity news?
Real quick, Sam says the funny thing is Eric Zane has it totally backwards. You fight a black bear, you play dead for a brown bear. I think I have heard that. Have you heard that?
I have heard that, but I also know that Sam Bibley could be trying to get you eaten, so he could actually be switching the advice just for the sake of giving you bad advice. I think that I do remember where I grew up in suburban New York State that the old advice was, it doesn't matter what shade the bear is. If it moves into the neighborhood, we're leaving in the middle of the night. I think that's the way it went, but I could be wrong. So one of the craziest celebrity stories that we've heard in a while involves Jay Leno. And this is such a crazy story that we've named the episode after it. And I wanted to comment a little bit about this. There's a lot of theories. The internet doesn't take everything at face value, Eric, does it? But let's start with where this story broke. My pal Jim Murray over at Inside Edition talked to Jay about what in the hell happened.
What on earth happened to Jay Leno?
Oh, your poor face.
Look at my eye.
Oh my gosh.
Jay Leno is all bruised up. The left side of his face is black and blue. His eye is swollen shut. And look at his injured wrist.
I broke my wrist, lost the nail on the finger, and then I'm all black and blue.
The comedian says he fell down a 60-foot hill.
I said, well, the hill doesn't look that steep. Let me take it down! And then
You rolled down a hill?
Oh, shit.
That's not true.
No, that's true.
Jay Leno says he was staying at a Hampton Inn about 30 miles outside of Pittsburgh on Saturday night.
Okay, so there's a couple of things here. Jim Murray says that's not true. He says it to his face. So right there, it's like, wow, this seems like this shouldn't be happening. Now, there have been people who said that the theater he's playing at, it's on the outskirts of Pittsburgh. There are no nice hotels there. So it might actually make sense that he's staying in the Hampton Inn. You know, he probably flew in that afternoon, just needed to hang out somewhere. And then he probably flew out after his show, or at least that was the plan. So, no, it is suspicious that he was hanging out at a Hampton Inn. I do understand that. What are your thoughts as we just start to scratch the surface of the story, Eric?
I wouldn't have thought what you're about to address, but as it came out more and more, I thought, wow, that doesn't look like the injuries that one would sustain from rolling down a hill, you know, fucking falling like Jack Tripper. Jesus Christ. And it just seems so odd that he would just wander around down the hill by himself. He's worth hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah. He reportedly never spent any of his Tonight Show money. It's all in the bank, and he lives off stand-up gigs, like whatever's close to a Hampton Inn in suburban Pittsburgh.
So it was easy for me to believe the theories that started to percolate around this story.
Yeah.
And I don't want to give it away yet. Maybe I should. I don't know.
No. Well, I want to take a look, because our investigative team at WATB is tireless. They leave no stones unturned. So the WATB crack research staff did dig up a local news story in Pittsburgh that shows the specifics.
This is the hillside here in Hempfield Township that Jay Leno fell down just hours before he went on stage.
I was thinking I need to call an ambulance because I thought.
So they're looking at basically the same interview, and that's the promoter from the gig. And we're looking again
the
at
company
it.
that put on the sold-out Jay Leno show at the Palace Theater in Greensburg last Friday night. Apparently, the comedian and former host of The Tonight Show was staying at the Hampton Inn off of Route 30 near Greensburg
I don't believe
when he decided to get wings at nearby Dino's Sports Lounge. The restaurant sits about 200 yards from the hotel.
So as they're describing here, you can see there's the hotel. There's Jay Leno going and getting some wings. All right, I guess that's not that hard to believe. It's right down this hill.
Yeah,
the quickest way,
small hill, not the big hill.
To walk to it is down a steep, grassy hillside, and that's when Mr. Leno fell into some trouble. Here he is on Tuesday talking with Paramount-owned Inside Edition about what happened next.
I said, well, the hill doesn't look that steep. Let me take it down! And then
obviously when you got material like dope, you might as well use it.
He's an idiot. Okay.
All right. So it seems like you want to chime in before we try and go any further.
Well,
I'm sorry, I got to interrupt you because
that's fine. I can't see it. It's covered up. It says eat some dikes, Zane. Eat some dick, Zane.
Yes, but it's from Spectrum Customer Care and it's $20.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I hope honestly, that is your sign off.
For $20, you can say whatever you want. Yeah, that was my sign off last week. I think.
Yeah. Hey, for $25, I actually will. You bring me some dicks, and I'm going to eat those dicks. Okay.
All right.
I am not above eating dick for money.
There's no shortage of memes on the internet that are various cast members of The Sopranos making a call saying, "Yeah, Tone, don't worry, we took care of Jay Leno." So, do you want to address the believability? And before we have you address the believability, there is, of course, as always, an important question we ask on this show.
Extraterrestrials, strange phenomena, missing persons, lost continents, myths, and monsters. We examine these mysteries to determine, are they bullshit or not?
I don't think that he was injured from the hill.
Okay.
But I can't say how or why.
That's fair. And let's remember, it was just a few months ago that he was injured in his garage. He had very severe burns, all over his body. And, he had to, so Inside Edition talked a little bit about that because, again, maybe not 100% buying the story.
Performing at a comedy show in Beverly Hills. This is just the latest mishap to afflict Leno in recent years. In November 2022, he was severely burned in a fire inside his garage.
I went to the Grossman Burn Center and I got a new face. That's a brand new ear.
Leno needed skin grafts, and there he is undergoing hyperbaric therapy at the world-renowned Grossman Burn Center in Los Angeles.
So, again, these injuries are 2 years apart. It does beg some questions, though. Maybe he never touches his Tonight Show money because of how in debt he was in 1992 when he took over, and he's been using the last 32 years to try and pay off the debts, and he just hasn't been able to yet. Why do you think he retired and went back to the Tonight Show? Because he loved doing the show? Okay. No, I think he might have had to pay off some variation of Fat Tony from The Simpsons.
He might be broke. He might be broke and still owes a lot of people. No, he can't be broke. Come on.
No, he can't be broke. Yeah.
But I don't know. I really want him to be a degenerate gambler. I really want this story to pan out.
It would make for a much more fun story.
Yeah. I mean, every so often you get a nice juicy one where someone gives one degree of bullshit. No one buys it. Jussie Smollett type of deal.
Yeah.
And then the real story comes out, God damn. But I really want this to be true.
If this isn't true, do you think that there is a chance that we might never find out?
Yeah, I think there's a chance we might never find out. Absolutely. I think that it could be kept very quiet.
Well,
unless if he doesn't pay his debts.
That's true. Well, I'm sure. I was going to say, I'm sure that our friends in the chat have some theories about all of this.
There's a lot. $2 Canadian from Hamilton says the mysterious stutterer who reeked of booze did it. There's some other poor ones that are pretty good. But
this is for not coming to our anniversary party, Jay. Fuck you, Leno.
Spectrum Customer Care drops another 25 in addition to the 20 earlier. It is now saying that he or she is going to send. Where do I send the dead horse dicks, Zane? Okay.
You did say for $25 you would suck a box of dicks.
I didn't say suck. I said I'd eat.
Okay, that's fair.
So I'm going to need a fantastic gourmet style dick recipe in order to eat dick. Okay. I mean, I'm not just going to go and eat raw dick.
Yeah.
Okay. I do that for free.
Well, I do believe that our friend Cardiff Electric has a recipe for what would be a great sauce for you to dip the baked dicks into while you're consuming them. I believe he makes it himself, actually. But
do you think anyone's ever had for Thanksgiving baked horse dick in the history of America? Has that ever happened?
Look,
Honey, I've got the baked horse dick.
There's 2 days, depending on what time zone you're in. You have about 48 hours. Maybe you want to scrap the turkey plans and create a new tradition.
As if there's somebody in Wyoming saying, I got the best recipe for horse dick. You are going to love what I can do to a horse dick.
There's so many drops from you in this episode that
You don't have to laugh at that, by the way. I know that was a courtesy laugh. God damn it.
No. I just the whole concept of you eating dicks is funny enough. It honestly doesn't matter at this point. You can if you have recipe for dead horse dick or honestly other dicks, rhino dick, whatever. Easy will accept the submissions. You can be found at Eric Zane Show, right? That's where they could send them to
at Eric Zane Show. Yes. Wait a minute. Email Eric at Eric Zane Show.
Okay. I'm glad you know where it is. So it is, again, a day of great thanks. There's so much to be thankful for. And one of the things that I am most thankful for is the episode number of this installment of Who Are These Broadcasts? That's right. It is episode
69, dudes!
And I, for one, could not be happier about this. I know, Eric, your dick doesn't work, but you remember being a younger man when the dirtier pursuits were something that was titillating. I don't know if your tits work.
No, nothing works. It's a complete disaster. This is the only joy I get out of life right here, this moment right now.
Well, I wanted to do something special to commemorate this occasion. So I have a brief presentation, a mini package, if you will, pun intended. This is a collection of clips that come to us from a show called the Turned On Podcast, which covers the porn industry. It's hosted by a guy named Ryan Hussey, and he's not even a little bit of a creep. But what you will see as we go through a couple of quick clips, that this show is a filthy landmine. I am sending up the clubfoot bat signal to our buddy Carl. I think that this would make a great subject for an entire segment on WATP. But for now, I have a few clips from an episode where the guest is an adult film star named Camila Cortez. I think some of our chat probably knows her. And Ryan Hussey has paired her up with another adult star named James Angel. And they've worked together in the past, but it's been a while. Just a little background as you see these clips. By the time the episode started recording, these two had already made plans for fucking afterwards. And I don't know that I have clips where they specifically say that, but they say that at the start of the episode. So watch their body language. These are two people who have fucked before and are going to be fucking again very soon. I think that this first one, it ties into the episode number, and so that's why it's here. This is a beautiful example of courtship, romance, and female empowerment.
Something like today, then.
We're gonna. It's a mission either way, so we're gonna get you there. I like to do upside down 69, like standing. You ever done that?
I don't know.
So I'll stand up, like have you up, like your pussy.
I know the position.
Yeah.
But
So I do have to pause this. So this guy's like, well, this is a dumb whore. So, okay, let me explain what 69 is. And she's like, no, I get it. Remember, I'm a whore. I've worked in the porn industry for a year. Yes, I know what it is. So standing up 69. No, I'm not saying that I don't understand it. I just don't think I've done it. Which that's got to be great, Eric, to live the kind of life where you're like, yeah, I don't know if I've ever done a stand-up 69,
No, it's just so... This is the equivalent to me of watching this conversation take place of like two aliens discussing conquests of civilizations. I mean, this is so strange that people talk about this so frankly. It's just so off the reservation for me. And most people, I would think,
I think so. Obviously, Ryan Hussey, the cuck in the corner, he's just loving it.
Yeah, that was weird how these two are talking, and then he's just like got that look like the one dude in Pulp Fiction who's watching the fucking black guy get plowed by Zed.
Yeah, Zed and Ving Rhames.
Yes.
Marcellus Wallace.
Marcellus Wallace, that's right.
Yeah, Marcellus Wallace's love story. Yeah. So we'll get a little more from this clip.
I don't know if I've done it or not.
Oh yeah.
Well, hey, we've never done it on this podcast.
First for everything.
So first for everything.
So yeah, like those are like 3 good.
So Ryan is basically saying, like, so do you want to do it right now?
Don't take too much time, please. You know, but like, cause we gotta get some penetration in there.
Okay, that pleases me too.
Oh yeah. Well,
yes.
shit. Love to pick you up. You know, fuck you, like, you know, the good old times. And shit. Doggy ridings, we got to see her ride because this one's different. She's up there.
There's only one other chick that I could ever compare you to, Camilla, that rides the way you do. So out of all girls in this whole entire fucking industry, and all my 8 years I've been in it, it's this other girl and it's you. Y'all are just.
I am
so weird.
What is the word?
Chef's kiss.
I am flattered.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, look, when you're going to compliment a girl like that.
I can't handle it. When people talk like this about this industry, like when they're talking about their favorite fucking football player.
Yeah. Or
I'm
like,
sorry.
oh, that Eddie Van Halen guitar solo in Beat It is amazing. He's like, yeah, there's one other dumb slut who rides the way you do, but you know, you're neck and neck with her. Yeah, it makes me long for the more upstanding representatives of the adult film community, like Ron Jeremy. This guy is a sleazier Ron Jeremy, which I didn't know I was going to say when I prepared these clips.
Yes.
It's making me realize right now that's exactly what this dude is.
Yeah. He makes Ron Jeremy look like Mr. fucking Rogers. This guy, this sick fuck. I'm sorry. I just can't handle people like this.
Yeah.
I like JFK head chunk drops this on us. Colin Kaepernick found work. That's good, right?
Yes. That's I do believe that he had to take a knee for Camila Cortez, but it's all part of playing the game. So in our next clip, and there's 2 more, Eric. There's this clip and one more. So this clip does focus on the importance of the technical setup, and we'll see if they can figure out how to get these microphones working.
And it'll come out there like, oh, Camila Cortez done this amount of videos.
Bring that closer to you.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, you can just swallow it like you're about to swallow me.
Yeah.
What do you feel? Have you ever in your life felt like you could make a comment like that in front of a woman?
No.
I mean, I've been with the same one for 20 years. I'm like, I can't imagine even getting anywhere near that kind of a comment, even if it's just the 2 of us, let alone on a podcast.
Right.
And he's just like, oh yeah, why don't you you know, put it up against your mouth the way you're gonna put me up against your mouth. But Eric, it would be a shame if the conversation got worse than that, but it does.
Well, wait a minute. I just want to say, just the idea of, I've never met your wife, but we seem similar. You know?
I think that's fair. Yeah, my dick still works, but other than that, we are very similar. Yeah.
I mean, we would. There's so much shit we would never attempt because we just know how badly we'd be abused. And you're right. I mean, if we were a couple of those people who did that podcasting in real life,
yeah,
and like on one day you had to talk like that to your wife the whole day, and then I had to do it, that would be so fucking ridiculous. God damn.
Also, if I tried to do a standing 69, even as a much younger man,
no,
I mean, I would probably wear a back brace every day for the rest of my life. If I had tried that, even in my 20s.
Right
now, I'd end up in a wheelchair for sure.
Your wife's probably only like a 4'2" to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, you understand. You've seen the family tree. All right, let's see if they maybe can veer this conversation back on the tracks and not have it get creepy.
But yeah, that site is gold. It's gold.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
So I just had a little quick perverted question that came to my mind as soon as you opened your mouth on that mic.
Talk to me.
Have you had a dick thicker than this microphone? To where you like barely can get your mouth on it?
So This microphone is enormous. It's like the microphone I have, like the microphone you have. I do believe most women would be able to say, no, absolutely not. And then there are the heroes among us, the women who would be like, oh, yeah, I definitely had that in me, you know?
Yes. And
but she's got to think about
quite a plump microphone.
Yes. So she's
Probably,
thinking.
but my mouth is pretty fucking big.
Yeah.
My fist fits in there.
You want to show us?
Can we see how big it is? Like,
I don't know how to.
What is this guy?
So she's got a big tongue.
You can get your whole fist.
That's crazy.
Can you do it with your nails or no?
I don't
So
know.
you just
For our audio audience,
Yeah.
she does literally stuff her entire fist in her mouth
Oh,
while
shit.
these two creeps look at her. At least this guy's fucked her before.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That's
Has
wild.
the blonde guy had sex with her too?
I don't believe so. By the
doesn't
way, what I just realized now with this cutaway to him, his backdrop looks like the cell that Hannibal Lecter is in Silence of the Lambs.
Okay.
And
All
it's
right.
probably for good reason. There probably is that glass in front of him because he's been told he can't actually interact with the porn stars.
Can you imagine a viewing party of this show by the parents of all of these fucking people together? I would watch them react to these losers.
Yeah. Don't show me the show. Just put the camera on the family and we will watch
I mean, god damn. I mean, this is unbelievable that this is even a thing. Wow.
Can you?
So that's the crazy part. I've never had more than about 3 fingers inside me.
I can see that.
You know what? I remember that. I remember when you first got in, you were like, "No dick's gonna get inside me because I'm tight as fuck."
So again, this guy is basically like Rain Man. If Rain Man jerked off 240 times every day, he's like, yeah, no, I remember you said this in an interview at some point when you were first into it. JFK Headchuck might not actually be wrong saying the blonde guy wants the dude. Yeah, the Colin Kaepernick, Eric Andre type might actually be what this dude is into. You know, we don't know. We don't know him. But also here on Who Are These Broadcasters, we also don't judge. All right, I've got the shortest of the 3 clips now. So let's try and send this thing home. And hopefully nobody gets hurt here. But the conversation starts. She's talking about another male adult actor who she's worried about working with.
A lot of people want me to work with him, but his penis is really fucking huge.
Yeah.
Like,
it's pretty big.
It's probably the size of my forearm.
It's probably as thick as the microphone too. Like,
can you put your mouth on it?
No homo.
And I have to address that he realized that he's commenting on the size of another man's penis, so he does throw in a no homo, which
Is
in
that what he said?
2024
I didn't know he said that.
In 2024 we call that no diddy, but it's the same. It means the same thing. You know, so he could have said it, and this is from just a couple of months ago, so he could have said that. So he's got to admit that this guy's got a huge cock. But let's see what Camila thinks.
Move that hand.
Okay, so now she does put the microphone in her mouth.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's not all it opens.
She's ready. She's ready, Brick.
Practicing.
Yeah.
That's what I've been doing.
First
this
girl on
time.
the podcast to put the mouth on the mic.
Well, what about this? No, I'm kidding.
Okay. I think that the fucking creepy white guy is actually more attractive to her than the fucking idiot that looks like Kaepernick, because he's such a dipshit. Well, they're both idiots. It's either one's a rapist and the other one's just stupid.
Right, but I mean, I think that she's been with that guy before. And look, we don't generalize on this show, but I would assume he's probably hung like that grizzly bear from earlier in the show. And, so there's a reason that she's excited to fuck that guy again. But the little weasel man in the corner maybe isn't her type.
So odd. The way he is depicted, like he's in the corner watching them.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. It's that whole thing. I didn't even know what the cuck chair was until I started working on this show. But then everybody says I'm in the cuck chair, and I'm like, "What's that? I don't even know what that is."
Well, it's that guy. Yeah.
Now
Ryan
I know what
Husky.
the cuck chair is. You guys taught me what that means. I didn't even know what that meant.
Yeah, and again, for our audience, her name is Camila Cortez, if you want to look her up. And we do have a segment of our population there in the chat. James Angel is the fellow on the couch with her. So you might want to research that. But Eric, I'm sorry. I do have to keep an eye on the Turned On podcast. And I am going to pitch that to Carl.
No,
but that doesn't mean I won't.
I don't mind that you play it on here because I think it's hysterical to actually break this down the way you're breaking it down.
Like it's the Zapruder film. Like,
yeah,
you can't
it's really odd. What an odd thing. It's I'll give you that. It's interesting. It's interesting to watch these goddamn monsters and the way they fucking behave. Yeah. But I can't handle it. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And I pulled about 2 minutes worth of clips. And in those clips, she deep throats a microphone and also stuffs her hand in her mouth.
I mean, like the only thing you can do on that show is jack off. I mean, because it's not like it's entertaining.
Oh, well, you might not be surprised to find out that the podcast exists to direct you to the OnlyFans. And so there's content with Camila on their OnlyFans that is not available on YouTube. So it's definitely designed to get you all charged up like Kaepernick was there. All right. Well, look. We've talked a lot about things we're happy about, things we're creeped out about. What if we bring it all together and we start celebrating who are these Thanksgivings? This is our second annual Turducken Extravaganza, and it wouldn't be Thanksgiving without acknowledging one of the enduring Thanksgiving Day traditions.
Hey, Peach and Blossom will join the free birds of the United States of America.
Do you remember this guy? Because we haven't seen him in a while.
This is recent?
This is this morning.
Sick fuck.
Yeah, so it's Sleepy Joe Biden. There he is. Look at him with the sunglasses. Probably because he's dead. Weekend at Biden's. Look at him. He looks terrible. But it's the annual pardoning of the turkey. I remember one turkey used to get pardoned, but I guess there's so many turkeys running around that he has to pardon 2 of them now. It's probably why Trump won. All the turkeys that are running around in this country that don't belong here. So let's let Biden finish some prepared remarks. It might take a minute.
Born this past July at the Zimmerman family farm, raised by the... Yeah, I hear you.
It's kind of reminiscent of that debate he did on CNN back in June.
Wow, I'm surprised he has so much awareness to know that that's a turkey talking to him. I would have thought he would have started screaming, there's aliens here.
Either that or said, shut up, Jill.
Peach wants to speak a little bit here. Raised by the family with the help of neighborhood children who helped the turkey get ready for this very moment. According to experts, Peach weighs 41 pounds and loves to eat hot dish and tater tots.
I wish he said dick.
Well, we know where your mind's at. We've established that throughout the course of this episode. I'm not quite sure what he said, though. It likes to eat hot dish and tater tots.
I think so. I think that might be his favorite hot dish.
I guess, yeah. You know what? That would make sense. That his favorite hot dish is tater tots.
Okay.
Yeah. And cross-country skis.
Eh?
Joke in there. Dreams to see, but the real dream he has is to see the Northern Lights, I'm told. Okay. He lives by the motto, keep calm and gobble on.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm going to give you the choice now. He pardons 2 turkeys. Have you seen enough, or do we need to see the second turkey get pardoned?
I don't know. That's a lot of pressure. I mean, does he say anything fucking idiotic? I mean, that's always fun. I like that.
All right. I'm glad you felt that way.
Meanwhile, Blossom weighs 40 pounds. Loves to eat cheese curds and watch boxing. Dreams of to visit each one of Minnesota's 10,000 lakes.
You said it, Joe.
Lives by the motto, no foul play.
Huh?
Just Minnesota nice.
Because it's a bird.
They just finished 2-day road trip from Minnesota to Washington. By the way, you have chairs? Sit down.
Jesus
I forgot you had chairs.
Quit reading. Just talk.
I'm sorry.
Because you sound drunk when you read.
He also has turned into the Dana Carvey impression, the sort of the nude Biden impression that he was doing in the lead up to the election. It's like, you guys have chairs. It's a little bit like Jimmy Stewart.
Right.
Oh,
I'm really excited about when he swears Trump in. You know, they have to be face to face, right? No,
Yeah.
I'm getting that wrong.
No, that's right. He's going to be there. He's supposed to be there on stage. Kamala does not have to be there. Hillary had to go in 2016 because
Who swears him in? Is it a Supreme Court justice?
The Chief Justice, I believe.
Okay.
But I didn't even minor in political science, so I could be wrong.
Started thinking about the arduous trip they made. You guys are still standing.
Sit down.
That trip's 1,100 miles. It takes 16.5 hours. Through it all. What? They stayed calm. They gobbled on and still gobbling.
Because it was so funny the first time, Eric.
They were stayed nice listening to their favorite music, which apparently includes the song Living on a Prayer.
Oh, fuck
well,
you.
Fellas, your prayer's going to be answered today. Based on
I knew we were going to get to that. I just was like, oh, there's no way he's not going to say it. Yeah.
Fucking dick.
You know, I'm not going to lie. Like a year ago, I thought that this guy might be president again for 4 more years. I thought there was like a decent chance. I would say earlier this year, I started to think like, oh, that doesn't make sense. But a year ago, it seemed like, yeah, sure. But
what a horrible dissent.
The biggest insult, though, is do you assume that his son Hunter Biden isn't just sitting at home watching this on TV and like, that's great that you pardoned the turkeys, Dad, but you know I'm going to go to jail, right? Any chance you got any jokes left for me?
Yeah, because that's a thing, right? Outgoing president always says, fuck you, Tiger King, you're out.
And they usually, except that Joe Exotic did not get pardoned, but he was ready to be pardoned.
I would do that. I would pardon anybody who's famous like that. Stephen Avery, Brendan Dassey, pardon all those fuckers. They're out.
The Menendez brothers?
Let them all out. Everybody.
Yeah. All right.
Yep. I don't even care if they even did it. Edward Kemper, get him out of there.
Poor Jeffrey Dahmer. He could have gotten pardoned, except he got shanked in prison. All right. So that is the pardoning of the turkeys. And I do want to just basically skip our appetizers for a moment and go right to the main course, which are some greatest hits from Black Friday's past. Again, pun intended, especially if you like Black Friday fistfights.
Morning of a Black Friday fist fight in California. People were shopping at a mall in Modesto when punches started flying in front of a JCPenney. Witnesses say they don't know why that brawl began. Mall security broke up the fight quickly and police were never called. No one was seriously hurt.
Now, I would feel like...
sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
The guys in the middle, they're punching, and then they both break away and go start to beat somebody else up.
Yeah, well, because they realize that...
Look, right there. And then the other guy goes, I'm going over here now.
I think everyone involved is glad that there were no charges pressed, because who wants to explain the fact that's like, I was fighting at JCPenney. You know, you weren't at Best Buy trying to get a flat screen. You were in the ladies plus size section trying.
Right.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yoda World, thanks. $5. Appreciate that. Get some extra cornbread, boys. That's very, very sweet of you. Thank you.
And whenever Yoda World super chats us, I have to remind Eric, don't block him.
Don't block him. I blocked him one time. Can you believe that?
Yeah, well, it was an accident. It was a sticky trigger finger. I almost Michelle Beatled that word. So look, sometimes you're outmanned and outgunned in these fist fights on Black Friday, but what if it's Marine versus Marine?
A Black Friday fight in the middle of a Walmart. This is in the Christmas wrap aisle of the Murrieta Walmart. Set off when an elderly woman's cart bumped one of those men. He responded rudely. The other guy came to the woman's defense. Both combatants are Marines, one retired. It ended when that security guard intervened. One of the men suffered a broken nose, but nobody wanted to pursue any charges.
I'm assuming that the one that was able to be subdued by the rent-a-cop security guard, that was probably the retired Marine.
He looked like shit.
Yeah, I feel like the active duty Marine is not getting subdued by.
What does it matter that they're both Marines? Did they how was that determined?
Well, I think to show that if they hadn't broken it up, it would have been a fight to the death, and it would have probably been it would have been better than the Tyson Jake Paul fight. That's
okay, maybe a couple of Marines, tough guys, old guy, young guy.
Yeah, exactly. So this next one is from a few years ago. It's from the Franklin Mills Mall. This comes to us on the Discord from our friend Go Gadget Wang. Thank you, Kyle, for sharing this one. We'll take a look at what happened here. This is in the middle of the mall, between all the stores, and there's a lot of flinging around, not just the fisticuffs, but actual physical contact and a taser.
Oh yes, you can hear that fucking thing.
Yeah. At first I was like, why did Kyle send this to me? And then the taser comes out and I'm like, all right, thanks, buddy. Yeah.
Jeez, it was like in my ears. It was like totally in there.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think that's all the more reason to play it again so that everybody can really hear it this time.
Who's actually got it? Okay. Ooh.
It's like the sound effect when a lightsaber turns on Star Wars. I know that's a nerd reference, but you know what I'm saying.
No, it is. It is.
All right. So this next, our fourth and final Black Friday fist fight, I think showing this one might bring out the worst from some of our members of our chat. And to prepare you for why I'm saying that, I think it's worth mentioning that this is a Walmart in Ferguson, Missouri. So let's take a look at what happened on that Black Friday. Okay, lady down on the ground. And there's a few ladies on the ground. You notice there's a blur. There's a blur on the one lady on the ground. Interestingly, they're not blurring out the violence.
No.
That's fine.
That is, this is one of these crazy fights where I don't think anybody actually gets hurt, but there's about 8 billion punches and kicks dispatched throughout this.
Well, there's somebody who's pretty pissed, who you'll see in a moment. So she's picked up some kind of blunt force instrument.
Hold up. Okay. Get the fuck off my mama. She's got one of those posts for the dividers, I guess.
If I could have named this episode "Get the Fuck Off My Mama, Bitch," I would have, but I realized I couldn't. And thanks to the on-screen explanation, a wild brawl that broke out in the self-checkout area of a Ferguson Walmart was caught on video. Maybe that's the problem, is that it was self-checkout.
Oh no! She is cleaning house with that thing. No! Now it looks like one of the guys got his hand on that big ass stick and just started hitting people with it.
And it's like, let me show you how that works. The viral footage shows a shocking amount of people engaged in the violence. And again, for our visual audience, we hope that the sound of mayhem is doing a good enough job painting the picture.
Yeah, sorry, someone got to see for sure. But I mean, wow,
so the police chief called this disgraceful. I call this America. I call it beautiful. People having the freedom of expression. I don't know. You tell me what you think about that one.
That is, to me, that's a dream. I want that to happen at my Walmart, just so I can witness it. And I'm just gonna stay out of the way and watch them all fight. And may the best woman and man win. That to me is you're right, America. And we can only strive for that to happen everywhere, every day, in my opinion.
If you remember last year, the Tuesday after Thanksgiving, I was very disappointed. There were no new videos like that. And I've got my fingers crossed for 2024. I hope we get something that we can show, even if we have to wait till next year. Speaking of last year, I didn't necessarily look at the big picture, and I kind of ripped through all of the best videos of spectacular Thanksgiving Day parade balloon mishaps last year. There is one from 2023. So this happened after our episode. This was last year's Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade. And the reason I'm sharing it is mostly because of the guy who filmed it, who is very concerned about this interaction between a tree and a monkey named Luffy.
Hey, look at the Luffy. Oh, no! No, Luffy! It's okay. It's your hat. Nami can fix it. Tears his hat right open. And he's like, oh,
That's
no,
Luffy!
Yes.
Luffy's a monkey?
I guess so. It's Luffy.
Looks like fucking Carl. It's not a monkey. What are you talking about?
You know what? I was gonna say I don't even know what that means. It does kind of look like Carl's avatar, the South Park avatar he uses. That is not why I pulled it, Carl.
Good as Gold gives us $2 and says 75 viewers. Is this an anniversary special?
Yes, although we were up to 80 for a second.
Yeah, that's good for us. God damn it. Sorry, we're not like the big shows, so we kind of suck dick. Who gives a shit?
You talk an awful lot about that. And last week we had pretty big numbers. But this week it's really about the Thanksgiving Day stuff. And I'm just going to kind of talk over this one. This is a year with a Kermit the Frog balloon, where I think it made sense as to why Miss Piggy's always so angry. He is completely flaccid.
Yeah, I know.
He is not even remotely airborne.
Yes.
He's just hugging the ground.
It's like they have a balloon of my dick. That's what this is. It's a completely flaccid balloon. It's awful.
Yes. And similarly is this snowman one that clearly the snowman in the front witnessed something that the cartel didn't want him to see.
Right.
So,
right.
He's never been seen again in the Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah. Oh my God. How did they manage that? That's incredible.
Yeah, but they just keep going. It's really all you can do. So Thanksgiving is all about family, as we know. And if you can't be at home with people you actually want to spend time with, you can go somewhere and spend time with your family. Sometimes you want to combine the two activities, as found in some archival footage of a Thanksgiving Day parade that was covered locally in New York for WCBS television by reporter Roger Sharp, who brought his very small child with him.
Wetter than most of the 58 other years, but still wonderful. Who's the first balloon there, Adam?
Raggedy Ann.
All right, so the kid seems like a natural.
Yeah.
And I think that he's got this commentating thing down.
Meow, meow, it's Garfield.
So, meow, meow, it's Garfield, all right?
9 of the big balloons in the parade this year. Betty Boop is the newest. She's number 99 in the series that began back in 1927. There are 16 major floats and a dozen marching bands, some of the best from the various colleges and high schools all around the country. Because this is basically such a children's event, I have Adam with me for the coverage. We've been doing these team reports now since he was under 2.
All right, so it's kind of a sweet thing. I don't know. I mean, I guess the kid does an all right job, but at some point, dad has to grab the mic and ask some real important questions.
Like so far,
and he gets some good answers.
Kermit.
Say, Kermit the winner. How about you?
Smokey.
What did you like so far?
Turkeys all the way.
How about you?
The women.
The women. Aren't you a little young to like the women?
No.
How old are you?
11.
Which particular women did you like best?
All of them.
You got a great future ahead of you.
By the way, I want to highlight little Jeffy Epstein on the Upper West Side. Very excited. And I think if not for that kid, I might not have pulled any of these clips. But the women, which one?
Yes.
All of them.
That kid, he stole the goddamn show.
Yeah.
This guy didn't even know how to handle him, and he kept asking him. He kept
I have
asking
to
more
check,
questions.
but Actually, I made the joke about Jeffrey Epstein, but that might actually be Ryan Hussey sitting in the cuck chair from the earlier clips. I'm not sure about that.
All right.
But Adam wants the kid to get his moment to shine, so let's have the kid ask some questions. I'm sure he does a good job.
Best about parades? Clowns. How do you like parades? They're okay. He's smarter than the average bear. He's Yogi Bear. What's your favorite part of parades? I don't know. I like it all.
This is the smartest thing, having an apartment that...
Yeah.
Put on the kid that wants pussy.
Exactly. He should have been like, hey, I'm going to give my kid to your parents, and you're going to do the rest of this with me.
I don't want to watch adults talk about pussy, but if there's a child talking about pussy, I'm all in.
Jesus. Yeah, I mean, I think that that is the Thanksgiving spirit.
How many times do you get to see the Thanksgiving Day parade?
See, I think his dad was trying to, give him some tough love because you could have edited that.
He's regressing. This kid's a pile of shit.
This is my first time seeing it live.
What a dumb question.
You can't even talk.
Yeah.
You can't even
Time
talk.
seeing it live. Peck, it's Woody Woodpecker.
So you notice he's kind of one note, the kid, right? He's like, meow, meow, it's Garfield. Peck, it's Woody Woodpecker. JFK head trunk. Spit it out, R word.
It's my dad's cock.
Now remember, January 20th, we're allowed to use the R word again, but right now there's still a moratorium.
Wait a minute. What? I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. No, when Trump's president, we're all going to be.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, he's going to interview this next kid.
I like parades. I like them a lot.
Oh, what an answer.
We sure have a lot to be grateful for, don't we?
Dad came back in.
Now that Santa's in place, I guess we have to start getting used to saying,
Merry Christmas. With my dad, this is Adam Sharp, Channel 2 News.
You're getting too good. Don't get into business or money reports, huh? Merry Christmas.
Asshole.
So I'm going to explain, Eric, that I felt exactly the way you did after watching that. And I was like, all right, well, maybe I can dig around and try and find some more of those. And I did try to look around. And unfortunately, that was Thanksgiving 1985. And so, unfortunately, April 24th, 1986, Roger Sharp, veteran radio and television newsman and most recently Muddy editor at WCBS TV, has died of lung cancer after more than a year's illness.
So he was the kid's that young and his dad's croaked?
Yeah.
Did he have him when he was old or something?
Yeah, it's from his second family,
Oh, what an asshole. One of those guys.
He decided he actually loved this kid, I guess. No, I have no
that's
idea.
Bullshit. These old fucks having babies.
Good as Gold with $2 wants to know, do I still read the top of the chat at the end? Most days I do go back and read all the chat. I like to know what people were saying.
Not me. I don't go.
No, I know. You got places to go. I have a very empty existence. So I thought it was fun to see that. And then it was like, oh, well, and I'm thinking that's November 1985. He dies in April. He knew in that video.
Yeah, he was going to be dead. He was going to leave that kid in the dust because he's a dick who had a kid when he was 70 years old.
Yeah, like Tony Randall and Mick Jagger.
De Niro.
Yeah.
Another asshole. JFK head chunk, show us on the parade float where your dad touched you.
All right. This is a little dark, but I see. All right. So one of the things we talked about last year was the 1997 Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade was infamous because of just how windy it was. That's where the Cat in the Hat knocked over a lamppost and a woman ended up in a coma and sued the city for quite a bit of money.
Yeah.
So let's just kind of go down memory lane. Here is a news report from Thanksgiving Day 1997 reminding us of all the fun everyone had. Here is the Pink Panther, out of control.
Screams as high winds caused some balloons to careen out of control and into crowds during Macy's 71st annual Thanksgiving parade. With gusts up to 50 miles an hour at times, balloon handlers and spectators got much more excitement than they
Ice cream
bargained
knocked a guy
for.
over.
Can you help? Grab on!
The winds kept larger balloons from being flown this year. Those that made it to this parade were
Meow,
flown closer
meow,
to the
it's
ground for better control.
Garfield.
But problems forced unexpected exits for the Quick Bunny, the Cat in the Hat, and the Pink Panther, who came close to engulfing a bunch of spectators and had to be subdued with the help of New York's finest.
Oh, yeah, they call that thing George Floyd.
Yes, that was the George Floyd float. Thank you. So I need to shout out a great YouTube channel that was a huge help for putting together the rest of the segment. It's a YouTube channel called Parade Vault. And I was looking for something different. I was looking for more balloons. But then I'm not going to lie. I found when putting the show together, every once in a while, I get really excited. Finding clips of that whore talking to those two creeps. But then also, I was looking for 1997, and I found an entire Thanksgiving Day broadcast. Not the official Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade coverage on NBC that most people watch. No, this was the 1997 CBS All-American Thanksgiving. And what they did is they took two of the stars of their shows and put them together and had them talk about things while they threw it to some tape pieces from around the country. And if it sounds like it's great, you're not listening carefully enough. So this year, it was Christine Baranski and Gregory Hines, who I had to look up. He did have a sitcom for a few months on CBS at this point. And I'm surprised that they didn't end up doing more together.
Good morning and happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I'm Gregory Hines, and sitting right next to me is the beautiful, the talented Miss Christine Baranski, the one and only Mary Ann Thorpe on Civil.
Well, thank you, Greg. It's great having you in the CBS family, a single dad, Ben Stevenson, on what else but our new CBS Friday night hit, The Gregory Hines Show.
So I do believe that has to be a wig of some kind.
Yeah, it looks really bad.
It's not designed for these conditions. They're outside at Columbus Circle on, as we've established, a very windy day. So yes, I guess they use the extra strength adhesive.
Yeah. I told my kids that today I was working with one of the smoothest, coolest, most graceful, and most gifted person on the planet. And that's you, Gregory Hines.
Looks like Humpty Dance.
Thank you. And
he looks like fucking Digital Underground
from
guy.
Digital Underground. He does look like he once got busy in a Burger King bathroom. I don't
just picture him
disagree.
going.
Well, his nose is big like a pickle. Yeah.
God. This morning, we get to celebrate Turkey Day all across the USA. And from New York City, right behind us, the great Macy's Thanksgiving Parade with those sky-hugging balloons.
And now, we'll be visiting Nashville, Tennessee for the very first Opryland USA Aqua Parade.
And don't forget the Motor City. Give me a little Detroit flavor
I love
there.
that.
Yes, America's Thanksgiving Parade will ring in the holidays. And in sunny Hawaii,
It's a little warmer there.
sweet little honey,
He's also going to dance to
heavenly flower. Just a little Hawaiian flavor.
So they
no.
have. I do believe that one of the comments on the YouTube video said they have chemistry like Christian Blatt and Eric Zane, and I had to give it a like because they weren't entirely wrong.
Well, that and the music is just kind of overpowering, and then this they're reading directly this shitty copy from the prompter, and he looks homeless. She looks, I don't know, like she's a goddamn chemo patient.
He'd also be dead in 5 years, by the way. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I know. He died of fucking cancer or dancing or something. I don't know.
Cancer or dancing. They're really the same thing. So remember, it is a incredibly windy and very dangerous day for the parade. But if you're just watching on a TV monitor up at Columbus Circle, it's probably a good opportunity for banter.
Keep on hopping, Peter.
Oh, he's beautiful.
It's Peter Cottontail.
How many times have I read that story to my kids? And here they are today at the parade watching this float.
He's veering to the left.
Wow, those volunteers are just doing a great job.
I think this actually makes it more exciting for the crowd when they see these balloons dip. Look at
That's
that.
a tough thing to say. No, it's much more boring. It's so boring now with this giant rabbit careening on their heads. God, these people are falling asleep.
I have it in my notes to pause after she says that because
stupid bitch.
How much more exciting was it for that lady who ended up in a coma because the balloon flew much closer to where the people were?
He is dipping now.
Oh. He's crafty.
Yeah, he sure is. He's a crafty rabbit, Gregory.
Right. More people died in this than 9/11. They're saying,
These are all people down there who maneuver these balloons.
It's exciting.
Very, very carefully down the corridor of Central Park West.
She's talking about the people down below doing such a good job maneuvering because this thing tries repeatedly to get itself popped.
There's some real heavy winds this morning, and we knew
really
that going
doing
in.
That,
and
announcer voice, like the guy when the Hindenburg went down. You know, she's kind of like puking.
Well, she's always sort of overpronounced her delivery, and that's because she's from Buffalo. Look, if you're watching this YouTube channel, you know what people from Western New York talk like, and they should all work hard to lose that accent.
Yeah,
So
these are animal
Baranski-
people. These are gross individuals that they don't even deserve life, frankly.
Except for Lucy Tightbox, I think you meant to say.
Oh, is she from that area?
Yeah, well, they all live
well,
up there.
that's an exception, you know?
Of course. All right. Well, Christine's
everybody
still
is
vamping.
geared up for it, and we can see.
And Peter Cottontail's still trying to kill people.
I know. I thought my hair was going to be a problem. That's nothing compared to this.
Your hair is fake.
Yeah, so your hair is made out of the same thing as the Peter Cottontail balloon. Don't worry about it, Christine.
No, you have that windswept look.
So does he.
Right.
Courtesy laugh.
Right.
I'm waiting for her to say, I hate black.
Oh, he is really dipping once again.
Everybody has to
These
run
people
faster
are
so he doesn't murder anyone.
Absolutely awesome the way they handle these balloons.
Yes.
Now he's coming around Columbus Circle. Yes, indeed. This is part of the drama of this parade, is watching these balloons dipping.
Do you think that somebody should be in her ear and like, listen, it knocked up a lamppost uptown. You got to stop talking about how cool it is that these things keep coming down. Remember just a little while earlier when we saw that news piece that featured the rampaging Pink Panther balloon? Don't worry. Christine and Gregory come with something better than banter. Shtick.
Is that the Pink Panther? I see pink, I see white. Can that be? Da-dum, da-dum.
Okay, I have a note to pause it there while you punch something in your studio.
Yeah. He is she is a disgrace to women and he is a disgrace to black people.
Yeah.
Both of these two.
I do believe he had to surrender his membership card, or at least he was suspended for a year after this broadcast.
Oh yeah, he got the shit beat out of him all the time. God damn it.
The one and only Pink Panther, the hippest cat to stroll along Central Park West.
Well, after you, Gregory. Have you noticed?
It's another one in my notes to pause. He's the hippest cat. After you, Gregory.
I don't really have anything to say. I'm just I want to go back to watching the porn star. That was less awkward than this shit.
Yeah, well, at least she put stuff in her mouth.
His ensemble. Let's see if we can check it out. The brightly colored gems, the ever-fashionable 40-foot-long inner tube, which is a must accessory to any smart holiday outfit. I have mine on now. The Pink Panther. He looks good today.
All right, now listen to this part.
Now, the Pink Panther is known to New Yorkers for his dangerous 66-foot-long tail. You know, Christine, in years past, that tail has been known to wrap around lampposts and bump into buildings. Let's hope that doesn't happen this year. Let's hope he makes it.
So, how would you describe the Pink Panther's 66-foot tail that
it's quite phallic.
Yes, it definitely is uncut. So we know something about his religious background.
Yeah.
This uncircumcised tail just wreaks havoc around the 5 boroughs. And Greg and Christine just think it's adorable. You know?
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't know. I feel like it's probably part of an awakening for young women on the side watching this thing come by, just unaware that they could be that big. And of course, by that, I'm talking about Gregory Hines.
I know. My kids must be sitting right there, just about where his feet are about to swing around.
She meant to say cock. I saw a super chat come up and go away. That's all right. Liam McEnany, great to see you, sir. I mean, these guys had to get up at 4 a.m. to do this garbage for free. How much brain power are they supposed to put into it? You know, you're not wrong, Liam, because I'm sure the reason they use CBS Talent is because it's considered promotion for the shows you already get paid for. And I have 2 more clips. Sorry. I have one more clip from a different location here, from this same broadcast, where also probably not paid, but this is in Hawaii, as they make sure to pronounce it there. Here are 2 cast members from The Nanny.
Oh, don't you just love the melodic sounds of the Hawaiian language, Lauren Lane? Did you know that the alphabet here is the shortest in the world? There's only 12 letters, the 5 vowels, A, E, I, O, and U, and 6 consonants, H, K, L, M, P, and W. For example, we're in Waikiki. Can you spell that?
Waikiki.
Not bad. And we are on the avenue of Ka'alakaua. Can you spell that?
Kalakaua.
Very good. And the state fish is the huma huma nuku nuku a pu a a. Can you spell that?
State fish, Fish.
Fucking home run, Kumia!
Oh, Jesus.
Well, our final clip from 1997 Thanksgiving Day American Parade, or whatever the fuck this piece of shit was called, comes from the Grand Ole Opry, and the fact that everything that happens there is nothing but clap. Here comes Santa with the Rockettes.
Santa and the Rockettes. Where else but at the Opryland USA Opera Parade did you
Check
see
it out.
Oh, he's black.
By the way, JFK head chunk I had started the clip. He said, "Please tell me they also died of cancer." I don't believe that they did. And so look, it's impressive that Santa did a backflip, but I don't know that it's necessarily what people are expecting on their televisions with the touring company, the Rockettes, because this is again at Opryland, but he did do a double jump, and his Santa hat stayed on better than Christine Baranski's hair, though, don't you think?
Yeah, now he's doing river dance and all this other crazy shit. Fuck this. Come on, man.
Well, Eric, I'll let you know that for next Thanksgiving, I have another one of these where they paired up Alfred Molina and Sharon Lawrence. And
I don't know who they are, but that sounds great.
Believe me, you'll see it and you'll go like, who thought this was a good idea?
So it's for next Thanksgiving?
Well, because I don't want to keep you. I know that you always, I would have played them now, but I realize that what time it is. And
well, you're going to have to leave a note for yourself then.
I'm just going to create a folder and I'll see it next year. Yeah. That's when I'm doing this show with Tukey, I'll make sure to play it for him.
What?
Or when Tukey and Cardiff are doing this show, let's be honest, that's more likely to happen than only one of us getting replaced. So I have so much other stuff that we didn't even get into today, but that's what next week is for. That is our show proper. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Eric, where can people find you?
Real simple. Just if you want the audio podcast, just search my name, Eric Zane Show Podcast, and it's on all the platforms. If you want to watch it live, it's on Twitch, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live, 10 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday.
And my podcast is The Blackcast, BLADTCAST. This weekend, I'll be discussing the brilliant Gladiator 2 with the great Adam Hughes. And also, please check out the podcast I produce, 100 Songs That Define Heavy Metal, hosted by Brian Slagle of Metal Blade Records, available wherever podcasts can be found. Troy Smith got here just in time for the best part of the show, the end. That's all right, Troy. We're a huge fan of yours all the same. And JFK Head Chunk with $10 says, Happy Thanksgiving. Go to whoarethese.com. When you're there, sign up for the Patreon, or you can also become a member on YouTube. If you go to whoarethese.com, you'll find a phone number to leave us a voicemail. just like these two people did. Now, Easy, these are voicemails for the couple episodes that you weren't around for, the late election night and then that Friday. So I don't want you to be triggered. They don't have anything to say about you, but they also don't have anything mean to say about you.
Okay,
So,
good.
All right, so let's hear the first one.
All right, this one's for who are these broadcasters? Just wanted to say, love y'all's election coverage. Those, like, just high quality. I've watched all 3 episodes and, wow, blown away. They were a lot of fun. I'm a fucking Zoomer. I don't even watch the news, but I had a blast watching y'all dunk on them. Thank you. Fuck you. Bye.
So actually,
What's a Zoomer?
It's like the new baby boomers, like, basically I think it's us. I think.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And you know what? You are included in that because we did 3 election shows. One of them was
of course.
So you do get some of those accolades. This next one is just for me.
This message for Christian Blatt and WATB. First of all, I want to commend you for making an entire episode with Dick Masterson palatable. I don't know how you did it, but I listened to start to finish without turning it off. It's incredible. And second, I was really surprised to hear you profess your love for Chase Utley. I thought you were a big Mets fan. Everybody obviously knows Chase Utley, the best second baseman there's been in a long time. He plays the game the right way, a lot of grit, a lot of determination. So it's nice to hear that you have your head screwed on and you're finally thinking right.
So that was somebody super chatted and made me say that, and I did not want to say that.
No.
But as is the case with this show, I will always go for the paid comments. So our big one ended up being $25, and good as gold. This is I didn't see this one. So good as gold. You actually didn't realize that our big money was already 25. But here's the thing. I'm reading this at the end of the show, so it's as intended. I'm still going to read our big money one as my sign off. But good as gold. See, now this is where my glasses come back on. A lot of people say that I, Christian Blatt, would never be caught unalived around the blacks. But I say to you, where do you think I buy my Coke? Also, that is how I'll probably end up hanging around those animals. So thank you, Good as Gold, for really capturing the spirit of that, even if it wasn't our big ticket item. We appreciate that. Well, with that being said, that is all the time for now. We will see you next Tuesday. As always, this is Christian Blatt reminding you that every mic is a hot mic. But where do I send the dead horse dicks, Zane?